I think that all 2x2s are good, but today, we'll try to prove that wrong. I have been proven wrong. The Shangshou Gem 2x2 does not reverse corner cut, and also it looks pretty bad in my opinion. Alright Shangshou, don't disappoint me again. Okay, what the heck is this? These look like some really old style textured stickers, and again, it does not really reverse corner cut, but of course people mentioned it yet. So yeah, Kung Fu Cube, don't disappoint me either. Now that I think about this, I had one of these before, and I lost it, but this I remember being pretty good. Yeah, this is definitely able to do Alex on it. Alright, the Cyclone Boys Feihu. This one has ridges, that's interesting. So, ridges you may know from the GTS 3 and from Megaminx. And if you take a look at how small these ridges are, I mean, it barely comes up over the piece. This one is gigantic. So this just makes holding the cube already really weird. So let's just see how it turns. Okay, it has some weird lockups sometimes when I'm doing that, yeah. Some piece in there is getting caught. This is also really loud. There's something I really like about this. I mean, it's better than the Shangshou ones, but it's not very good. Alright, here we have the MF2S. Okay, so the MF2S is actually pretty good, but what I found with it is it has, I don't know how to reproduce it, but I'm just going to do a bunch of turns. And sometimes, okay, I think I know. Well, no, I can't do it. But sometimes it just catches for like no reason. At first I thought it was because it was too tight, so I loosened it and it's still doing it. So I'd say this one's good if you have it. Maybe you don't have to upgrade, but I don't think I would go out of my way to buy this one because there are other ones that are better. Okay, this one's got interesting shades. It wouldn't throw me off, but it's just a little different from usual. So this one's pretty fast, it's kind of like the MF2S, but I feel like I have to be a little bit careful. Something gets caught there sometimes, and then, so here, this is a spot where it doesn't really reverse corner cut. But I'll kind of put this in the same boat as the MF2S, where if you have it, it's fine, but I just think if you wanted to buy one, you shouldn't buy this one. Alright, we got 2 new cubes to try since the first time I tried to upload this video. So here we have the Yushin Little Magic 2x2. Okay, so the Little Magic 2x2 is actually pretty good. What I've noticed is that it's really stable, but there's one little problem, which is when you try to do corner cuts with too much force, it kind of catches on something. And this shouldn't happen too often. I mean, the regular corner cuts, if I just test it like that, they're fine, but your hands aren't always holding it that way, which is why, like, I had some problems with this, although I think because of how stable this cube is, it should be really good. Alright, next we have the Shangshou Mr. M, which is almost like a budget cube. It is $9, but let's just see how it is. So this one turns really well if I was able to control it. Now, one thing is I cannot tell if 2x2s are loose, but this one I can very easily do U2 with one flick, which is a little bit too much, but like if I'm just doing one turn, it does click into place really nice, as in the magnets are really nice strength. Although, you know, the sound's a little bit annoying, it's super high pitched. And overall, I just have some trouble with how fast it's going, and I kind of lose grip of it sometimes. So if we compare it to the other 2x2s, it's actually a little bit smaller. And you might be wondering how about 1mm actually makes a difference, but it does make a very big difference. For example, with a GAN 249, which is maybe about the same size, maybe a bit smaller, when I try to use this cube, it's always slipping out of my hands, so I can't use this. So the Mr. M is magnetic and pretty cheap for being magnetic. Unfortunately, the cube itself is not that good. And on 2x2, you want a really good cube, and magnets don't matter all that much. If you want to buy this cube or any cube I ever mention, link is in the description and discount code is also in the description. So between the Yushin Little Magic and the Kung Fu Cube, which one I think is better? Well, the Kung Fu Cube doesn't seem to corner cut quite as well. It can do with a lot of effort just under 45 degrees, but with the Little Magic, the corner cutting is a little bit better than that. corner cut. It never gets caught on anything that like internally, but it just doesn't corner cut quite as well. On the Little Magic, even if it does corner cut that, it could get caught on something sometimes, and then that will stop you from turning entirely. So even though both have their flaws, I think you just have to turn a little bit more accurately, and in both cases, you can avoid more problems if you get the Little Magic. Now, 2x2 hardware is pretty well optimized to the point where budget cubes are good, but if you want to try the YJ MGC 2x2, this is actually better than the Little Magic for a slightly higher price, and it also has magnets in it, which is part of why this price comes in. As you can see from these solves here, I can do just about as well on the MGC or the Little Magic. So magnets don't make that much of a difference, and budget 2x2s are very good. The difference is on a few solves with the Little Magic, I will just completely lock up for a second, but on the MGC, this never happens. So if you're better than me at 2x2 and turning faster and using more different finger tricks, then yeah, the Little Magic wouldn't be quite as good. But if you're looking for a budget 2x2, that's probably not going to make the difference for you. So I think the Little Magic is a great choice to go with, since it's quite comparable to the MGC already. At least for me. I know more advanced 2x2 solvers will not feel the same way, but at least for me, and at least probably for someone looking for a budget 2x2, then it will be totally fine. Don't worry too much about magnets in 2x2, but in bigger cubes, that's when it really starts to matter. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys